Hey Dave, I've noticed that you've been feeling tired lately and having trouble concentrating. And honestly, I think dehydration is a big part of the problem. First of all, you should make it a habit to drink water regularly throughout the day instead of waiting until you feel thirsty. A good idea is to keep a reusable water bottle with you at work and take small sips every 20 to 30 minutes. You should also drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up and another one before going to bed. In addition, try to eat more fruits and vegetables, like watermelon, oranges, cucumbers, and spinach because they contain a lot of water and help with hydration. On the other hand, you should avoid relying too much on coffee, energy drinks, or sugary sodas. These drinks can actually dehydrate you and make you feel even more tired later. Also, don't skip drinking water just because you're busy at work. If you follow these simple habits, I'm sure you'll feel more energetic, focused, and healthier overall. I'd like to talk about a time when I had to adapt to a new situation after moving to a new city for work. When I first relocated, everything felt unfamiliar, including the workplace culture, transportation system, and even my daily routine. One of the biggest challenges I faced was managing my time efficiently because my commute was much longer than I expected, and I didn't know the area well. To adapt, I started planning my days in advance and using navigation apps to find faster routes. I also made an effort to socialize with my colleagues, which helped me understand the work environment and feel more comfortable. Over time, I adjusted my routine, became more confident, and felt much less stressed. As a result, I became more independent and flexible, and the experience taught me how important adaptability is in both my personal and professional life. In the picture, it looks like there is an emergency evacuation taking place at an office building. In the foreground, several people are calmly exiting the building through a clearly marked emergency exit. A security officer appears to be guiding them outside, which suggests the situation is being handled in an organized way. Inside the building, on the upper floors, more employees are coming down the stairs instead of using the elevator. Some of them look slightly concerned, while others appear focused and alert. There is a red alarm light flashing near the exit, along with a loudspeaker and an emergency control panel on the wall. Outside the building, people are gathering at a designated meeting point. A fire truck is parked nearby, and firefighters are standing next to it, possibly preparing to assist. Overall, the scene shows a well-coordinated emergency response, with everyone following safety procedures and remaining relatively calm. Based on the picture, I think the most likely next step is that the firefighters will finish inspecting the building to make sure it is safe. Once they confirm that there is no danger, they will probably give permission for people to re-enter the office. In the meantime, the employees who are standing at the meeting point will most likely remain outside and wait for further instructions. A supervisor or safety officer may take attendance to ensure that everyone has evacuated safely. I also expect the emergency alarm to be turned off once the situation is under control. If the issue turns out to be serious, the building could remain closed for the rest of the day, and employees may be asked to work from home. Overall, it seems likely that safety checks and clear communication will happen next. Hi, Chris. I understand why you prefer online doctor consultations because they're convenient and save time. However, I strongly believe that visiting a doctor in person is a better option, especially when it comes to your health. When you see a doctor face to face, they can perform a proper physical examination, which often leads to a more accurate diagnosis. In addition, if tests such as blood work or x-rays are needed, they can be done immediately instead of delaying treatment. An in-person visit also allows you to build a stronger relationship with your doctor, which is important for long-term care and follow-up. While online consultations are useful for minor issues, serious or ongoing health concerns deserve personal attention. For your safety and peace of mind, I really think visiting a doctor in person is the smarter choice. Hey, Steve, I really want to thank you for your kind invitation. I truly appreciate your generosity, and it honestly means a lot to me. However, I was hoping you wouldn't mind if I stayed at a hotel during my visit. The main reason is that I value having some personal space, especially after a long day of sightseeing or work. Staying at a hotel allows me to relax, recharge, and follow my own schedule without worrying about disturbing you or adjusting to household routines. That said, I definitely still want to spend plenty of time together. We can plan meals, go out in the evenings, and explore the city just like we would if I stayed at your place. I hope you understand that this choice is about comfort, not distance between us. In my opinion, employers should focus more on skills than on formal education when hiring, although both still have their place. Skills show whether a person can actually perform the tasks required for a job, while a degree mainly proves that someone has completed academic training. In many roles today, especially in technology, customer service, and creative fields, practical skills are far more important than theoretical knowledge. For example, a candidate with strong problem-solving abilities, communication skills, and relevant work experience can often contribute immediately, even without an advanced degree. Skills can also be measured through practical tests, portfolios, or trial tasks, which makes the hiring process more realistic and fair. That said, formal education is still important in certain professions, like medicine, engineering, or law, where deep academic knowledge and certification are essential. Therefore, I believe the best approach is a balance. But overall, employers should prioritize skills because they reflect real-world performance and adaptability in a fast-changing job market. Hey Sam, you won't believe what I'm seeing right now. I'm standing in the cereal aisle of a grocery store, and it looks incredibly futuristic. Instead of human workers, there are only two robots doing all the restocking work. On the left side, I can see one large robot that's really impressive. It has multiple arms, and it's doing several tasks at the same time. One arm is neatly placing cereal boxes onto the shelves, while another arm is holding a scanning device and checking the barcodes on jam jars. Then there's a smaller robot moving close to the shelves. This one seems focused on just one task, carefully placing jam bottles into their correct spots. It's slower and simpler, but very precise. Around them, the customers look surprised and curious. A young employee is standing nearby with a tablet, probably monitoring everything. Overall, the whole store feels modern, automated, and slightly strange, almost like a glimpse into the future of shopping.